Alright guys, so my DownStar hardware just came in for the wide body. These are all black, and these are the low profile fender filler hardware. So I think this is gonna look really sick. It's gonna flow well with the car, having an all black look, camouflaging itself with the car since it's gonna be black. These are welnuts, so these are not permanent. They're pretty much rubber. That way when you put the bolt in, it starts expanding and it makes like a barrier for it not to get loose. Bolt with an Allen key, and then here is your beauty washer. So it's low profile, so it's not going to look really big. So here's the beauty washer. The bolt will go on top, leaving a flat face, and then you have this part here which is going to go like this. You do have to drill a bigger hole into your body of the car in order to allow this to slip on, and that's how it pretty much looks. Now once you start tightening it, this part right here will compress or expand in order to create a barrier for it not to get loose and come out. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and start putting these on. We do have to drill out the holes a little bit bigger because our current holes are way too small for this. We're gonna go ahead and start small and go big, and then I'll let you guys know which size I had to stop at.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
Alright, so here's how the first side came out. I think this looks a lot better, all blacked out. I don't think I've tightened them all the way, but I didn't want to rip the rubber on the walnut, so I'll try tightening it a little bit more, but it's on there pretty good. It's not coming off. I pretty much had to use every single one on here. I had to go with the biggest one for the last one, which was this one. I had to go with the 3/8, which is the biggest one I had because this one's missing. I'm gonna go ahead and clean her up right now. I am going to try to make this a little bit more round. So right here, see how it's kind of like pointy? I'm gonna shave it down so it looks more round and then goes down. That way it looks a lot cleaner. But other than that, we're pretty much good. I still have to get the over fenders painted. This one is paint and it has a lot of orange peel. Not sure if you guys can see it. And on the other side, I decided to wrap it for right now. It looks pretty much the same, honestly. It didn't come out too bad. There was a few pieces that didn't come out as perfect, but it looks good for right now. You can't even tell that it's wrapped. It looks pretty much the same color as the car, unless you really look closely, because the color of the car is like a metallic black, and this is just gloss black, so you can tell the difference if you look really closely. But yeah, I think it looks pretty sick. There is a gap right here. I do have 2 extra bolts that I can make holes for right here, and then if I push it down, it'll look kind of like that, so I would look a lot better, but it doesn't bother me too much. And then right here, this one bothers me. There's a gap right here. I can put a bolt right there. I don't think 3M tape's gonna hold that because it's pretty stiff. I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Once I finish this, I'm gonna go ahead and clean the car because it is really dirty. Not sure if you guys can see. It's really, really dirty. Here's a final look of how the bolts actually look on the car. I think they look really sick. The only thing that I recommend is that when you are drilling the holes, make sure that you are using small bits to make the hole, and then start making your way up to each bit. Buy a full kit, because what happens is if the bit is not new or if it's not sharp enough, it may catch on and bend the metal like outwards. That happened to me on 2 of them, so I had to go ahead and like kind of smash it with a hammer and then grind it down to make it smooth, because it was making the kit a little bit higher on some areas. So just keep in mind, make sure you start off with a very small bit and then make your way up, and make sure the holes come out smooth and the correct size. So here's how they look, all blacked out, and they're low profile, so they look really small. I think it looks a lot better. It looks really sick. So yeah, that's how she's looking right now. Let's look at it from the rear. I still need a spacer. I plan on going with like a 35 mil, because I measured it out, and the gap inside of that hole is actually pretty big. Like, this is it aired up. See how it's up on this side and it looks flush, but once I air out, it cambers in significantly and it makes it look like this. This side is not even all the way down. It still has a little bit to go, but you can see how it cambered in. You can see a gap right there. Yeah, but I like this a lot. I do plan on getting bigger tires for the front. I think those are way too skinny. I'm gonna go with 35 sidewalls instead of the 30s that are on there. These are 30s, but these are meaty, as where those are not meaty. So I'm gonna upgrade those and it should look a lot better. All right, guys, so that's pretty much gonna conclude the video. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. I think it's coming out super dope. Like, just looking at that meaty tire setup and then still adding a spacer on it is gonna look really sick. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Once I get the spacers, I'll make a video on it as well. I'm still not sure if I need a 35 mil, if I need to go with a 1.5 inch, which I believe is like a 38 millimeter spacer. I think it's really gonna complete the look, make the tire stick out a little bit more, because we do have that gap in there and I wanna kinda clean that up. So yeah, I think it's looking really sick. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Something did actually happen to the airlift performance setup on the Z. I'm having some issues right now, and that's why I didn't get to clean the car up. I will be making a video on that as well, on what's exactly going on. It just happened today as I was making this video, which is quite unfortunate and quite ironic, because I just made a video on the 2-year review of the airlift performance, how I had no issues, and now I'm having issues. So I'll keep you updated on that as well. I'll make a video, that way you guys can check it out. And I'm also in the process of bagging another 370Z, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.